this shit for the love of the game.
Did you know I'm utterly insane?
That might be why. Is my audio working? That might be why. There you go. I had my thing muted on the inside. Not ready at all today for today's show. I'm wondering how loud it is. Is my balcony open? Is my audio working? That might be why. There you go. I had my thing muted on the inside. Not ready at all today for today's show. I'm wondering how loud it is. Is my balcony open? No, I tested it through my phone. Sounds pretty good. What are we talking about today? Well, I'm winging it because there's hardly any adaptation news at all this week. Except for, like, they recently announced something. I don't know. I usually go for about 2 hours.
Oh my god. I literally posted something that I was trying to text somebody. I don't know. I usually go 2 hours. If you're still around. Okay. Wow. Wholly unprepared at all. A little bit more of a lax show today, I guess. Jesus. No. Fuck. I like texted my friend accidentally in the chat instead of some funny shit. So yeah. What do we got in the news today? Mortal Kombat 2 box office. That is, it feels really loud. I live like down in the hood. Okay, that's good. At least it's made it past its budget now. Not that anyone's watching to tell me how loud it is, but so a budget of 80 million and they only just cracked 100, which isn't all that good still. I mean, that's $20. $20. That's like 20 million profit. Like that's garbage actually. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be huge anyways. I wish it would be more huge. I actually watched MK2 again the other day, now that it's available online. It's just a really good movie. I mean, it's cheesy. It's got the cheese. I don't know. It's just like exactly what a Mortal Kombat movie should have always been. Of course, I'll always just got love for the first 95 movie, of course. But the newest one is the best MK movie. Like, just for real. Though, you know, when you watch things a second time, you notice things you didn't notice the first time. And I noticed there were a lot of times where, like, Johnny Cage just suddenly wasn't around for no reason. He just wasn't around. It didn't really have a good reason for him to not be around. He just wasn't around. I'm wondering how this looks. I moved my disc plates. I had disc plates on a different wall, but now I put them behind me. As you can see, I think. The wall behind me is too far away. Gotta share out my link. I never share it out that I'm doing a live at all now. Am I even in my own account right now? Would you goddamn work, internet? I'm connected. Fuck off, man. Those fucking assholes. What a great laugh I'm doing. I guess today is a little bit of a looser show. Like, how am I supposed to, like, send out my link to people when I'm, like... I guess I could have, like, did it before. We're just sharing it out. So domestically, MK has made 68 million. So yeah, this is not the best still. But I mean, at least they're not going to break even. They're not going to, I mean, I doubt they're going to make another, I don't know. They've only been in the theaters for like 2 weeks, so I was surprised of how quickly it was online, but that's a whole other thing. I always gotta check, just constantly check to make sure nothing fucked up. For like 2 weeks, so I was surprised. Seems to be going okay. So yeah, I hope it does well. So something called Broken Sword, I think. Yeah, here it is. I've never heard of this one, but this is like basically the only newish adaptation news I could find from the past week. Like, new stuff just doesn't come out. And half the time when I'm on my show, I find new stuff while I'm doing something else. Once upon a time, a video game adaptation. Okay, where are we at again? MovieWeb. Okay, once upon a time, video game adaptations had a reputation for being schlocky cash grabs. Which I think is long enough. I think it's been long enough now to like not have to keep saying that. Almost every article either begins or ends being like, adaptations used to suck, but now they're good because of Last of Us and Mario and Super Mario. Which 2023 was the year, I think, the big year. Last of Us and the Super Mario Galaxy movie were big hits. Yeah, Galaxy has probably made $1 billion or as close to it. Super Mario Galaxy. How much does that made? 971 million. So it's gonna make $1 billion. It had $131 million opening. Yeah, that's kind of nuts. For opening weekend, it made more than MK has made so far. But there you got it. So Galaxy is likely gonna make $1 billion. But back over here, just earlier this month, MK2 told audiences delivering its bone-crushing action up on the big screen. Not all game adaptations, not all video games have the same notoriety though, and a new adaptation is tapping into an entirely different kind of experience. Jared Elucci, who are you? Alright, you were here last week. Wow, I think you were. Thanks for coming back again, that's really cool. I'm good, how are you? You were here last week, right? So I think you were new. Did you find my show again because you subbed, or did YouTube recommend it? Created by Charles Cecil of Revolution Software, Broken Sword is a point-and-click adventure game series that has released 5 original games. Between 1986 and 2013, plus a couple remakes, 6 games away. Yeah, cool. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. I've had a couple of remakes and a 6th game on the way. The games play a little like Monkey Island. Cool. Thanks. Like, subscribe, share, and all that shit. The games play a little like the Monkey Island series of adventure games, but less jokey and more serious. Now, according to Variety, Revolution Software will be turning the series into a movie with the help of producer Story Kitchen and screenwriter, what the fuck, Evan Spiliotopoulos? What kind of name is that? What else has this guy written? So what's this written? Happiest place on earth, Pope, Exorcist, Snake Eyes, Unholy. She's written a lot of stuff. She's even written back 1996. This guy's been writing since 1996. So he's been writing since these games came out. I thought he was like a new guy. The Broken Sword series kicks off in 1996 with Broken Sword: The Shadow of the Templars. You play as a young American patent lawyer named George Stubbar, who's vacationing in France when someone dressed as a clown steals an old man's briefcase and sets off a bomb. That sets George on a path that will see him team up with French photojournalist named Nico Collard. It sounds like something that in 1986 would be pretty groundbreaking. I mean, animated games weren't a new thing, but still, story-wise. Broken Sword isn't well known, yes, not well known at all. Currently on their way to the screen, but fans of Broken Sword are passionate. The fifth game, 2013's Serpent's Curse, was made after a successful crowdfunding campaign, as well as a remake of the second. Those fans have reason to be hopeful, especially considering the Story Kitchen already has experience making successful game adaptations. Yeah, Story Kitchen are like the premier adaptation studio right now. They're like one of the only studios that are like just doing adaptations. And I already did a video about them and what they're working on and all the things that they're developing. But they could have more things in development. Story Kitchen came to this project with a deep passion for the IP, Charles Cecil said in the statement. That's rare. Is it? The creative conversations have been translating where Broken Sword is, rather than what it can be. I am hugely excited to be working with Story Kitchen and Evan in its early development process, so we don't have any information about release date or casting. Meanwhile, a new Broken Sword game, Broken Sword Percival Stone, was announced. Boop. Let's see. Right, so MK2 spoilers, but now this guy is I'm in the video game section of MovieWeb, so it could show me all their game-related stuff. So what is this twist they're talking about? Because I just watched it. I don't remember there being a twist. Mortal Kombat 2 has already put up impressive numbers for the game franchise. The sequel had the best opening weekend of any MK film, debuting at 40 million domestically and 63 million. The critics have given the sequel higher marks than the first, with it currently holding a 65. Well, that isn't the best, but the popcorn meter shows the audience enjoyed the movie, giving it a stellar 89. Wait, what is it now still? Oh, this is not. I thought it was going to connect me to Rotten Tomatoes. I like it when one article can just keep going me to more articles. Oh, damn. They already have some MK3 news. Well, what the hell? That's a video right there. With even more sequel. Maybe they could be just saying that's because they made a lot about Katana when, I don't know. Yeah, at the box office and reviews are indication the movie pulled it off. There are certain expectations among audiences when it comes to sequels, but the return of main characters being a key factor for many. It's not that the movie's franchise can't switch protagonists. The Rocky franchise continues to thrive with Michael B. Jordan's Creed. The Scream series found new life in 2022 thanks to the Carpenter sisters. I don't know. I didn't see the movie, so I don't know what they mean. But I'm wondering if her last name was Carpenter because of the legend John Carpenter. Played by Marissa Beria and Jenna Ortega. The problem arises when a beloved protagonist is killed off to continue the story in an unsatisfying way. A move that rarely works. Unless you're Austin Powers, and no one seems to mind when Vanessa turns out to be a fembot. Making some pretty weird deep cuts. Like, I get what that means, but does a lot of people reading this know what that means? Terminator Dark Fate killed John Connor in the opening scene. A movie so unpopular that no other sequel has been seen since. Alien Covenant was far from a perfect sequel, but the fate of Prometheus Elizabeth Shaw didn't help. Killing off Will Smith Stephen Hillier didn't clearly benefit Independence Day resurgence. So how did MK2... Oh, they're talking about the fucking... Yeah, that's a good twist. I fucking couldn't stand Cole Young, and I was glad he's gonna die. I knew he's gonna die anyways in this movie. I was pretty sure. And he did, and no one cares. The nature of Mortal Kombat already primes audiences with the expectation that characters would be dying in horrific, violent ways. That expectation could help dampen the impact of Cole Young's death. But the first movie spent too much fire establishing his family drama, which could have made his demise harder to pull off. The reason his death works so well lies in fan backlash and the sequel's response. Cole was an original character who worked for casual audiences but displeased longtime fans. We pointed to the game's substantial roster as an example, not to include him. Well, yeah, obviously. Mortal Kombat writer Jeremy Slater perfectly captured why Cole's death works so well while speaking with Games Radar Plus. I was logged into the site. I didn't even know I had an account. Well, I don't know. I keep getting distracted by new articles. The idea was very much we need some deaths that are going to shock everybody. I love Louis Tan. Well, at least somebody does. I think Louis is the best, but Cole was a character that hardcore fans did not respond to in the first movie. And they were very vocal about that, calling for his head. So Cole was a great example of a character where killing him off would shock casual fans, people who are not terminally online. Okay, you don't need to be rude. As Slater says, Cole's death was not universally beloved. Some have taken to social media to voice their concerns with a unique flair. How the hell could they do Cole so dirty? Well, yeah, you didn't watch you don't know MK. Anyone who was whatever about him dying never played the games. Still, more people appear to have been content to see the character go. For example, fellers on Reddit stated, "I'm happy he's gone. I've been on the hate wagon since day one of MK2 2021. He's like, I might never see my wife and daughter again, and I could die, and I won't care. Shut the fuck up, Cole. You suck ass. You suck gigantic buckets of ass. Cole's death was brutal, with his head smashed into nothing by Shao Kahn's hammer. Yeah, see, this was a lost moment. Cole and Shao Kahn's fight happened in the Deadpool arena, and they didn't use that opportunity for Shao Kahn to uppercut him into the acid. I was just like, why? You had him in this cool level where everybody like knows what's gonna happen, but instead he smashes his head in, which is a lot more satisfying to see, but they should have uppercutted him into the acid. This action feels particularly petty, given that the movie establishes necromancy via Quan Chi. There just needs to be a body. While Cole's body dissolved in the acid, that should be the end of the road. Ew. However, some have speculated that Louis Tan may return as another character. Yeah, but as him or someone else. That would be dumb. I mean, he literally melted in the acid, so it's not like he can be resurrected. Still, the gory kill was clearly designed with fan backlash in mind, transcending what would have been unmanageable. Damn, I cannot talk today. And out of the franchise lead by becoming satisfying in its horrific audacity. Mortal Kombat 2 helps ease the blow by largely ignoring Cole's family. Yeah, they weren't in this at all, and he had zero chemistry with the woman that played his wife. It was just like he did not give a shit about the characters at all. Yet the video game sequel proved that protagonists of sequels can be successfully killed off as long as fans hate them enough. Yeah, that's accurate. BRB.
Tgan. I do this.
Oops. Yeah, just had to do something for a sec. Wrong button. I don't know why I have sunglasses. I don't like wearing them on my hat. Plus it blocks my Vault Boy, as you can see. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Accidentally started my lab intro. So, they got some more MK2 news in this section. I just saw them talking about... Wait, where was it? Excuse me. Oh, there's a... Wait, where did it go? Right here, May 15th. So they were talking about MK3 already. Mortal Kombat 2 impressed. Yeah, I'm gonna skip all that. We've already read it. Mortal Kombat 2 ended with a tease of more to come, with several characters joining forces in the closing moments. Johnny Cage, Blade Sonya, Katana, and several other fighters hope to resurrect the friends who died. Yeah, with that like incredibly cheesy slow walk towards the camera ending, I was just like, okay, that was like pretty damn cheesy. The group had also taken Quan Chi prisoner, giving them a necromancer to utilize their mission. So you're just gonna make Quan Chi go around and like resurrect everybody? Stop fucking around with everything. Just leave it. I just can't leave stuff alone. You're fiddling while I'm trying to do a live show. This sets the stage for a potential third movie, which has earned no official green light yet. However, writer Jeremy Slater has been writing the script for the potential next installment. According to Slater, fan feedback was incorporated into 2, with the writer hoping to continue the trend for the third. Slater is currently spending a healthy amount of time scanning social media and fan reactions, which the writer elaborated in an interview with MovieWeb, stating, "They haven't greenlit it yet, but hopefully that comes soon. I have to finish the script first. I'm really happy where it's going. I feel like we're able to learn from the mistakes and lessons of MK1 and make MK2 a much better movie. I want to do the same with 2 and use that to make 3 a much better movie. Even now, I'm spending a healthy amount of time looking at feedback on 2 and watching people's TikTok videos and going on the Reddit threads and seeing their social media posts for what they love and what they didn't. Again, the goal is to always be evolving and learning and saying, okay, this is what's working. This is what they are really responding to." People really liked that blue portal fight between Liu Kang and Kung Lao, and yeah, it was epic. It was like the most epic fight of the movie, and one of the most epic fights I've seen in a while. Like, that was worth it, almost there, just to see them battle it out. Slater is keeping specific story details under wraps, but notes that his plans are baked into the end of part 2. The next installment also won't feature direct-to-one adaptations of storylines from the game. Still, Slater is promising that Mortal Kombat 3 will feature iconic moments cherry-picked from the games. I can't really tease what the story is specifically beyond the teases that are baked in the end of part 2. What I can tell you is this movie is similar in a sense that this movie does not directly adapt any of the stories from the game. It draws from a lot of different sources, similar to how Marvel does it. Well, similar to how Fallout was the one who cracked the how to adapt a franchise with lots of games. So MK did it, and whatchamacallit did it as well. Twisted Metal did it. And why am I blanking on another one besides that? Because, oh yeah, I think Resident Evil, which hasn't come out yet, but that movie is kind of doing the same kind of thing where it's combining multiple games. And I think the RV coming out in September could be really good. Our version of our tournament was slightly different than the version from the games. I think the same way going forward for 3 and 4, or as for many of us movies, as we are lucky to do. We will probably never be going direct to one adaptations of the storylines from the games, but I think we are certainly cherry picking some of the best moments and iconic moments and trying to build new stories around that. As for the characters that will appear in Mortal Kombat 3, that remains to be seen. But the final lineup for the end of the second one is likely to return. Slater notes that the third movie will focus on the characters being people responded to in MK2. Carl Urban's Johnny Cage has a major new focus, along with Adeline Rudolph's Katana. Who had the best character arc? Yeah, Johnny's arc was just kind of like, all of a sudden he's just like, yeah, okay. Whatever his character flaw was, it was just like, okay, I mean, he was barely even in the movie. It felt almost more like Katana's movie. It was like a dual protagonist, but it wasn't like 50-50. While those characters are likely to play important roles, fans will be looking for new fighters to join the cast. With such a big roster to choose from, who to focus on can be troublesome. But Slater intends to ensure every character has a moment in the sun. I can't see the chat on this one. Boo. If you're new in the chat, say what's up or do whatever. And then really looking at which characters responded to in this movie, making sure these characters were big fan favorites. Get more to do around next time. Always trying to make sure everyone gets their own moment in the sun. Even if they don't have a full character arc, everyone is someone's favorite character. So you want to make sure they're getting all cool fights, cool fatalities, and fun moments in the spotlight. That's the guiding philosophy going forward. Mortal Kombat 3 is waiting green light, but the franchise current outlook seems bright. MK2 has an $80 million budget, with the worldwide box office set to cross that threshold this coming weekend, which we just looked at and still isn't very high. I wish it was higher. There is a stiff summer box office competition ahead, but the action-packed sequel has proven it still has a little fight in it. That's why I think it went early. Like, this is early to mid-May is kind of the beginning of the summer blockbuster season, and this is, I don't know if you'd call this a blockbuster, but it kind of got out before all the big ones happened later this summer and this year. I kind of want to look at this because I'm really interested in anything about the Batman 2. I don't know, this is from April 30th. Already feels too old. Some more articles about Mortal Kombat 2. DC eyes MK2 figure as franchise gets new update. Is this a movie update or a game update? I guess it's the movie update? More new news. One of the highlights of the newly released MK2 movie is the script, written by Jeremy Slater. While the movie is accessible for general audiences, it also manages to pack in plenty of references to the complicated lore of the MK games. Not only are the Not only are the fun cameos and appearances, but Slater also manages to incorporate the lore into the story, using objects and locations for the games that hardcore fans recognize. It's this very same loyalty to source material that makes Slater a good fit for DC Studios. He recently said he'd be interested in several projects the studio is developing. Just seeing this guy's face makes me want to go to sleep. James is very aware of which projects there are. Look, I'm pretty strict NDAs on all of that stuff. What I can say is I'm a huge fan of James and Peter Safran, both as human beings and as creatives. I love them both quite a bit. I love what they are building over there. I know some of what's coming next, and it's incredibly exciting. They know I'm a phone call away and everything, whether it's look at this movie, give us some notes, read the script, we want you to write a script, we want you to write a scene. As for how willing Slater is to offer his vision for a story or scene, the writer said, whatever it is, the answer is always yes. What are we talking about again? I felt like I started out as MK2 and now it's something else. Given how well Slater was able to adapt the lore of Mortal Kombat, The writer seems capable of taking on any comic book character for DC. There are several projects in the pipeline for the studio with Supergirl and Clayface. I'm interested in Clayface. I couldn't care less about Supergirl. But a Clayface movie is a cool idea, and I like Clayface. He's like my favorite Batman villain. The Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow, slated for summer 2027. Television projects like Amanda Waller is doing, like the Amanda Waller television show Paradise Lost. What's Paradise Lost? So doing Amanda Waller show. Is it still going to star What's-Her-Face? But it doesn't seem likely that Slater is attached to any of those. Having already helped guide Marvel's Moon Knight, it'll be interesting to see if Slater ever gets the chance to contribute those skills to a DC character. So they're basically saying that he might be writing a DC movie sometimes. Oh, sorry. I should be muting. I like a drink of the coca too much. Every fatality in Mortal Kombat 2 ranked. Okay, this could be fun. Alright, in case I didn't mention, Mortal Kombat 2 spoilers. Like any good sequel, Mortal Kombat 2 is looking up ante for the next entry in the franchise. I'm gonna skip some stuff. Talking too much makes me tired. For MK2, the promise of more death was fulfilled, with several characters meeting grisly ends. As with the first movie, there are recognizable fatalities pulled from the games, and while they may not be perfect one-to-one translations, they deliver on creatively heinous deaths. When ranking brutal kills, it's worth noting whether a game fatality is used. The importance to the story and the overall satisfying nature. So how did the deaths stack up? Liu Kang has lackluster ascension to god tier status. During the climactic final battle with Shao Kahn, Liu Kang and Sonya Blade fight him together. Kahn knocks Sonya out, because Sonya is always just kind of useless, and they're like, we don't know what to do with Sonya, so let's just knock her out for a bit. She was once again way too just the exposition machine. And it doesn't feel natural either. Kahn knocks Sonya out, leaving Liu to take him on alone. While the fight was satisfying to watch, Kahn stabs Liu through the chest with the handle of his hammer. It's a wound that Liu likely won't survive, but he is exceedingly calm. Coming to realization, being on the brink of death has allowed Liu to see his true purpose, to save Kung Lao in the Netherrealm. Therefore, he embraces his fire god abilities and that he's unlocked, and turns himself into fire. So, could he always do that? He can just turn himself into fire? As he ascends into the air, dissipating into nothing. As far as the narrative goes, it's actually a satisfying character moment. However, when it comes to a character dying, Mortal Kombat 2 should be capable of delivering a better, no matter how sacred one may seem. Plus, the character isn't likely going to stay gone. With his time as the eternal god of fire seemingly ahead, begging the question, why didn't they spice up Liu's pseudo-death and departure? King Jared's bloody demise sets a violent tone. I don't really get how this guy, like I thought he was ranking it. He said ranked, and I don't see any ranks. Like, where are the numbers? Shouldn't a number be there? Like is it low to high or high to low? I don't get how this person is ranking this stuff. King Jared is the ruler of Adina and Katana's father. Unfortunately, Shao Kahn and the forces of Outworld seek to control Adina, sparking the battle that kicks off Mortal Kombat 2. The movie is important because it sets the narrative stakes and introduces audiences to just how bloody the movie will be. Jared's death sees him losing several fingers before Khan stabs him through the abdomen with the handle of his hammer, lifting him into the air and delivering the killing blow. Move this around a little bit. Just those. I want to cover the entire bottom corner. Jared's death seems to him losing fingers before Karen stabs him through the abdomen with the handle. That's like two people he killed with his hammer, lifting him in the air and delivering the killing blow. The scene uses the Khan sequence's fatality, which is recognizable but clearly tweaked for the film, likely making it for less graphic for the young Katana, who was forced to watch. The actress who was young Katana was actually really good. She was only in it for like 5 minutes, but she had some of the best acting in the movie. No joke. Jax's heartbreaking death offers mild brutality. If there's one thing Mortal Kombat 2 wants to teach the audience about Shao Kahn is that he loves stabbing people with the hilt of his hammer. Yeah, that's like 3 people he killed. If there are two things the movie wants to teach viewers, is that the hammer stab isn't all that satisfying, as Jax's death deserves something more grandiose. Yeah, I'd say. Admittedly, Jax's death isn't as visually splashy as Jared's, which could have easily ranked ahead of Earthrealm's Bionic Arm champion on aesthetics alone. Yet Jax can leap ahead of Jared simply because it's more emotionally impactful demise. If Jax's death had come with more carnage-fueled flair. I wish this guy would explain how he's ranking these. Like, what do you mean? Is the last one your favorite one? Does this mean it's number 1? Like, I don't get it. So I mean, does that mean he's like the 3rd lowest? Just put numbers on it. Rank means numbers. That's the point of calling it ranking. Yeah, there's numbers. Sonya Blade gets to the point with Sindel. Sindel meets her end in a modified version of the pit stage, almost as if they're fighting under the bridge that fans recognize from the games, but in a claustrophobic room with spikes coming out the floor. I don't know why they decided to do that, to have them played in the floor of the spike level and not on the top of the spike level. It's like 2 opportunities they had to uppercut someone just like in the games and have them die just like in the games, but instead they just didn't do it. Like, I don't get that. Her death was pretty fucking brutal though, that's for sure. I was like, damn, some of this stuff is really violent and brutal. It's like, I don't see enough of that anymore. Sindel suffered an unfortunate fate in MK2, watching her husband Jared die before being corrupted by Shao Kahn. Now she's putting her scream attacks to full use while battling Sonya. The fight features great choreography that lets the champion's power thrive in unique ways, allowing Sindel's screams to be used like any kick or punch, just as a skilled player would. Unfortunately for Sindel, Sonya uses her energy rings to blast a hole. Yeah, I was like, if she could have done that, why didn't she do that first? They're fighting, and then all of a sudden, Sonya just is like, had already blasted her with the rings a couple times, and suddenly she just does it and rips her in half. And I'm like, okay, why didn't you do that in the first place? But then, yeah, Sonya like flips her over and stabs her through the face on one of the pit spikes. And it was pretty brutal, but again, I was like, you could have had the fight on the top of the bridge and then do the classic uppercut into the spikes. Noob Sabon experiences Scorpion's clean cut. When it comes time to kill Noob Sabon, Scorpion won't pass up the chance. The history between the two characters was established in the first Mortal Kombat 2 movie, with Behind killing Scorpion's family. After Scorpion killed Bihan, Shao Kahn resurrects him in the sequel, so the two can keep hashing it out. I felt like the Scorpion character was just kind of thrown in there again. Suddenly they're like, yeah, let's bring him back just so he can fight Sub-Zero or Bihan or Noob Saibon. Plus, I was confused about the second character coming out of each other. That will look cool while they were fighting. But like, is that Ermac or is that Noob Saibon and that's still Scorpion? I don't know how that works. Audiences were treated to some Scorpion hallmarks, including his beloved Get Over Here. The trend continues as he kills Saibon, while fatality resembling his clean cut. No, it didn't make sense because he sliced through one guy, but then the Scorpion, he sliced through this character, and then this character just took off again. I don't get it. And then Johnny Cage was the one that took this guy out finally. Audiences retreated to Scorpion hallmarks. The trend continues as he kills Saibon with the fatality resembling his clean-cut move from the video game. Scorpion slashes the sword vertical, slicing him in half, causing his body to peel apart. The scene gets extra marks for a gory new way to view the clean-cut move, with Scorpion continuing his winning streak against Bihan. But he only cut that person in half. Wow. Kung Lao gets a taste of his own medicine when it comes to fights that bear an emotional weight. In Mortal Kombat 2, it doesn't get much more heartbreaking than Liu Kang being forced to kill his friend Kung Lao. Lao died in the first film, and Shao Kahn used Kuai Chi to resurrect him as a revenant, corrupting his soul. Sadly, Liu must face him in battle. The fight between Liu Kang and Kung Lao is easily one of Mortal Kombat 2's best, as the choreography feels brilliantly thought out for the characters and their abilities. Liu uses his fire but doesn't want to hurt his friend, while Lao's hat is constantly in play. Still, it becomes clear that Kung Lao won't stop until Liu is dead. Therefore, when Kung Lao sets up his buzzsaw that sees his hat spinning on the ground, Liu makes the hard call. Liu promises to ultimately save his friend, but for now he pulls Lao down onto his own hat. So I was like, if he was already dead, why is he able to kill him again? But yeah, he gets a pretty brutal. He gets killed on his own saw hat. Also, in case I didn't already mention, spoilers. Then we got Ko Young, who I was happy to see die. You already talked about him. He got smashed in the face in the Deadpool arena, even though they could have easily uppercutted him, just like in the games. But I don't know why they didn't. So I guess this one being at the end of the list means it's number one. By the time Katana faces off with Shao Kahn, he has racked up quite the body count. And he's still technically immortal, yet he doesn't back down. Yet she doesn't back down, and the other champions of Earthrealm succeed in destroying the amulet to make him mortal. Yeah, Johnny Cage was the one that actually destroyed the amulet when he suddenly is able to do his shadow kick. The final fight bears the weight of the movie, with King Jarrett's fate serving as the inspiration that helps her overcome an seemingly unstoppable foe. With Khan injured, Katana unleashes a brutal fatality that looks like a variation of her royal execution move from the games. The kill is particularly gory, with her bladed fans spinning like saw blades, slicing Khan's head into pieces. It's hard to say another fight in the movie feels as satisfying, with Katana's victory being a great way to end the violent action-packed sequel. Though depending on someone's feelings towards Cole or Kung Lao, either of these expertly crafted fatalities is worthy. Yeah, Katana's was pretty dope. Her two blades spun around and like sliced Khan's head into actual like multiple pieces. It was pretty badass. Do you have any more? Wait. This is all the MK2 articles. That one we already read. Were there any cameos that I missed? That's not a cameo. See, these articles are stupid. Character and cameo. Where's the cameo? We already know these motherfuckers. Lord Raiden. Kano. Once again, Kano was the funniest guy in the actual thing. Yeah, that's the only cameo was Ed Boon. That's it. And I was like, still surprised of how bad he was. I was like, that's the best take you could have used. Maybe he was just so bad. That was the best they could find. It was just like, you're usually way more animated, Johnny. Why am I seeing? Oh, I guess I haven't seen the Michael movie. People are like saying it's good. I don't know. Yeah, I need to talk about, make a movie about the next MK. I want to look up some Legend of Zelda because there might be some news on that. The Legend of Zelda. Legend. Wait. Zelda. Live action. I thought I saw something that was recent, but I don't know, maybe not. I think we already talked about the, yeah, it moves up a week for some reason, but I thought I saw something new else about it. We already know that they moved this up by like a week or something, or 2 weeks. Not really sure. But for some reason they're releasing it a week early. This is everything we already see. I could have thought I saw something new about an update saying that there's nothing. I don't know. No new information. What other adaptation? Because I don't think there's anything new happening this past week besides that. What's this? 16 Why is everyone saying it's the worst ever? 16% positive worst game adaptation is officially 18 years old. The topic of game adaptations is still a hornet's nest. This is on Gaming Deputy. Hollywood tries to bring major game adaptations to screen every few years, but fans are often dissatisfied. And that's putting it nicely because most adaptations are considered pretty trash among gamers. Such as the Max Payne movie. Are they talking about the Max Payne movie or not? It says 16% positive, but now you're showing me something else. Street Fighter, Doom, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, many more. The list of terrible video game implementations is long. Even if films like Mortal Kombat certainly have cult character, or Silent Hill even considered a golden exception. But one film in particular is hated on Reddit, the Max Payne adaptation with Mark Wahlberg in the lead role. The film has already been around 18 years, but apparently the hatred among them still runs deep. Yeah, you're saying 16 and 29. It also confirmed by a quick look that the review aggregator for the action film was punished by a pitiful 29. Yeah, 29 for the people, 16 for the critics. Actually, I wanted to see where Mortal Kombat 2 is now. Is the rating any different? 6488. So that's still not bad, I guess. And I was thinking about an Alien Isolation sequel the other day. I was like, why are they going to make another one? Does this actually happen? The Alien franchise is widely considered one of the biggest and most enduring horror franchises of all time. Ridley Scott's 1979 masterpiece, which I'll agree with for once. People saying everything's a masterpiece, but the first Alien is a masterpiece. Served as a launch pad for the space saga, chronicling humanity's deadly encounters with the xenomorph species. The original film revolutionized the genre by blending high concept sci-fi with visceral horror. And its success led to multiple sequels, prequels, crossovers, and offshoots across various media. Nearly 50 years later, the franchise is in the midst of another major expansion with an exciting new sequel on the way. I'm wondering if I play a video in my browser, will the audio play? I hope it does. Shit, I think the audio is only playing through my mic and not through the browser. I don't know what I need to turn on. I don't really care. There's not much to see anyways. That's it. That's weird. I didn't. Maybe I heard there was gonna be a sequel, but Even though I haven't finished the first Alien Isolation, it's like a really good, like, best Alien game, I'd say. The first teaser for the long-awaited follow-up unexpectedly hatched out online this week, offering an intriguing glimpse of what's to come. Alien's current growth phase is anchored by the confirmation of Alien Isolation 2. The project was confirmed to be in development in late 2024, coinciding with the 10th anniversary of the original game video adaptation. A cryptic video titled False Sense of Security was released by Tgan Creative Assembly on Alien Day, 4/26. Why is that Alien Day? I don't think the first Alien came out in April. Maybe it did, but I was pretty sure the first Alien came out in the summer of '79 somewhere, which is a nod to LV-246. Oh, alright, that makes sense. The moon where humans first encountered the xenomorphs in the Alien franchise, providing the first major update to sequel to the 2014 game since it was first announced. 25-second teaser for Alien Isolation confirms that the video game is still very much moving forward. After a long period of radio silence that had fans screaming into the void, even though in space no one can hear you scream. Original director Al Hope has returned to lead the project, yet the footage hints at a major shift in the first game. Yeah, it shows the blaster opening in a range-wrench exterior, so you don't see aliens outside much. Most of them always take place inside somewhere in a ship or whatever. Like, I don't, now that I'm looking, trying to think, like, yeah, I guess other ones, but in the good Aliens movies, they're almost never outside. They're always inside somewhere. It also features a return of the iconic emergency phone save station. However, the video's description, a feeling of being safer than one really is, reinforces the risks and dangers that await players as they approach these points. Those points. No official release date has been confirmed for Alien Isolation 2 yet. The industry speculation points towards a potential 2027 window. The first teaser dropping this week is a hopeful sign that it will be coming sooner rather than later, and that more announcements will follow. Fans of the Alien franchise have plenty to look forward to in the meantime, as the gaming sequel is only one part of a larger resurgence. Following the success of Alien Romulus, how much of a success was it? Alien Romulus was just a bunch of scenes taken from the older movies and put into another movie. Multiple other projects are currently in active development, including a sophomore run of the hugely popular FX series Alien Earth, which is expected to move into production in May, with creator Noah Hawley potentially mapping out more seasons. Yeah, they're making another Fireteam Elite. That game was pretty good too, actually. The gaming world is also expanding with a sequel to the co-op actioner Aliens Fireteam Elite, as well as second part of Alien Rogue Incursion. Damn. That's pretty loud on my end. I wonder how loud it is for you. As well as the second part of Alien Rogue Incursion. Do I have to like turn on the audio somewhere? Additional settings? I don't know. There's like some audio setting I'm missing here. Global setting. Something that I'm trying to fix while I'm here. I don't know. I'm not sure if that does anything. So yeah, an update about the new Alien Isolation 2. That's pretty cool. So I don't know if I'm running out of adaptation news, because I did, as my whatchamacallit says, thumbnail shows GTA 6, which isn't something I would normally talk about, but they're Grand Theft Auto 6 has been in the news more than usual lately, and it sounds like it's gonna make it this year for coming out. I was pretty sure GTA 6 was gonna be delayed again, but there was a news about there being pre-orders going live. So yeah, there's a bunch of new news here about GTA 6 because I felt like I wanted to talk about it because GTA is such a massive franchise and I really loved 5. 5 is actually my favorite of all the games. Just because of how great the characters were though. So yeah, there was news just recently about the pre-orders, but this is new. This is only just from a couple hours ago on Screen Rant. So it looks like fans are up in arms over pre-order price controversy. Well, there's been a talk that the vanilla game's going to be 100. Fans have been more ravenous for Grand Theft Auto than ever. Pre-orders being seemingly imminent. Leaked affiliate emails and promotional campaigns have stirred gamers into a frenzy. Especially with Best Buy and other retailers being thrown into the mix, but nothing special has been announced. So Best Buy was sending out promo emails saying, hey, pre-orders are going live soon, kind of thing. But I don't know if they've actually confirmed it was supposed to be this Monday, but nothing official has been announced. Just right here, like I said, it's Grand Theft Auto 6 pre-orders. The day that fans believed pre-orders would come out and came and went. Oh, they thought it was a different day? I heard it was this Monday. I feel like there's supposed to be a cigarette right there in his finger. And maybe they took it out. It looks like he'd be holding a cigarette. I mean, he's drinking. You gotta have a smoke with the drink if you're a smoker. When I was a smoker, I always wanted to smoke when I drank. It was bad. The day that fans believed pre-orders would come and went, much to the dismay of everyone who is desperate for those Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks and rumors to be true. And while we have confirmation of why the foretold day was bust, it doesn't mean pre-orders might launch any day now. According to GTA forum users, internal company emails suggest the Best Buy leak was incorrect and that Grand Theft pre-orders launching on May 18th, which already has happened, the specific day they were alleged to were untrue. As of now, it's obvious that pre-orders did not go on live that day. The emails were never shared publicly, so fans have now experienced firsthand that we may simply be waiting for any new official details. And the leaks will be taken with a grain of salt, same as rumors. There's also discussions about who officially still has the marketing rights, Xbox or Sony, when after Asha Sharma posted on X, she reposted Xbox's post, which I was surprised to see Xbox posting that wish listing. It was just a wish list link, that's all it was. But seeing Xbox post a wish list link to GTA 6, still kind of a big deal, like, because a lot of people are saying, does that mean they have the marketing rights? Because I still think Sony does. All reports online say that Sony still has marketing rights. The emails were never shared publicly, so fans have now experienced firsthand that we may simply be waiting for any new official details about the game. And that leak should be taken with a grain of salt, same as rumors. Watching in horror as the hours went by, fans were unhappy that the reality of not actually having pre-orders available was slowly sinking in. It took to Reddit to lament with gamers like themselves. Reddit's always a fun place to go. Yeah. If you want any live to go off the rails, just go on Reddit and you'll be 4 hours later watching in horror as the hours went by. For instance, user Nick Super DX remarked, this sub and our GTA 6 are going insane. While user particular hand, that sounds like a user that Reddit just gave you. Reddit just gives you users and you can't change it, and I don't get that. Like, I have another account where they made my username some some nonsense and I can't change it. I'm sort of disappointed that this turned out to be a nothing burger. Why is it never nothing pizza or nothing soup? But it's what I expected, which is why I never get my hopes up for these things. Doom and gloom. That's popular amongst the gaming sphere. User Frank La 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 La, Frank Dux Van Dam, oh yeah, that's like Frank Dux from Kickboxer, made an excellent point in saying that whether pre-orders happen today or in 3 months, the game ain't getting any sooner. So is it really worth to be disappointed by the news? No, not at all. This guy's speaking sense, but you know, you're falling on deaf ears there, Mr. Frank Dux Van Dam. I don't know, I can't tell the music's too loud because on my end, but I think on the live end it's not as loud as it sounds to me. It would be one thing if fans took this certain case and learned to steel themselves whenever they came across a leak, though the Grand Theft Auto 6 fanbase community is likely far too eager for any news or details about the game to not let themselves get excited about relevant, juicy leaks. You know, if you're having juicy leaks, then you should probably go to the doctor. Of course, it is possible that Grand Theft Auto 6 pre-orders could go live at any moment, giving weight to whether new rumors claim the pre-orders will launch on any arbitrary day. Nothing is true until it is, so to speak, and one day there will be a Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer as well. They've been talking about one coming out soon. Was it actually confirmed? Another exciting day for GTA 6 as recent email was taking the community by storm. Yeah, I'm decided that I'm just gonna look at all this GTA 6 because I felt like I wanted to talk about it today because I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna get it on launch day or not. Wait, wasn't there something about the price? There hasn't price controversy? There was no price controversy. They're just talking about the pre-order day. Yeah, so this guy just straight up baited the article. They don't even talk about price in this article. That's dishonest journalism, guys. That's not okay. It's not okay. I can just click on the topic and then I'll see like every single topic. Shh. How about I just read the newest things, like the newest stuff, so I know it's as up to date as it can be. Because apparently some guys reviewed it already. Okay. This was published like, what's today? It's 23rd? Yeah. This is from yesterday. I need to get some more water. Just needed a little break. Back into the GTA 6 news, of which is a lot. I'm just gonna click on every GTA 6 link there is in Screen Rant. The release of GTA 6 has become such an enormous thing that it's really hard to quantify just what it's going to be like when it lands. I mean, GTA games are an event release. Like, as big as Red Dead was, this is even bigger. Shit, they're talking about Fallout? Oh, damn, I gotta read that. Yeah, now I want to read that because Fallout's like my favorite thing. Is this new? Oh, this is their own thing. Oh, the tabletop? Yeah, I don't care about that. That ain't my thing. One thing that definitely hasn't yet, though, is members of the public getting to play it and see what it's like. What doesn't stop from at least one of them delivering the product anyway? Over on Reddit, one user shared a post with a screenshot of the Xbox store for James page 6, where someone has brazenly awarded the game 5 stars. Well, if they never actually bought it yet, how can you, I guess this pre-ordering count? Because usually they won't let you review it unless you buy it. I think, I don't know. Who gave it a 5-star rating? It's one saying you can install it already. Yeah, and then have it just sit there for like 4 months, taking up space. It's probably going to be 150 gigs. It's going to be over 100 gigs for sure. Obviously, without ever actually playing it, well, there's obviously just a funny little glitch that someone managed to make work. They clearly weren't the first to indeed. Also, with everything being AI now, you can't even really trust what you see anymore. I tried leaving a review to the website multiple times. It always said failed. Am I logged in over here? I can just be like AI. AI. I won't even say slop because I'm sick of people saying slop already. See, adventurous bit. I don't want that name. Reddit just gave me that name and I don't want it. It's annoying. That's what I'm talking about. This is like the most random show I've ever done, I'd say, but I'm like, whatever. All the comments were certain that someone called John Rockstar is to blame. I'm like looking at what the smoke looks like when I blow it out. My cigarette. This is a cigarette. I just like rolling them myself. Other comments were certain that someone called John Rockstar is to blame. Haha, as funny as the individual review for the game so long before its launch. There'd be a lot of players out there who are hoping that it proves to be accurate. Yeah. It's pretty likely to be a 4 or 5 star. I mean, shit. People still play GTA now. That's like been out for 13 years. Think about that though. A 13-year gap between sequels is kind of insane. What we have seen so far looks great, but the proof will be in the proverbial pudding, and it really needs to deliver across both a single-player story and the multiplayer modes, though the latter will undoubtedly be the bigger cash cow for Rockstar. Yeah, considering GTA Online is still on, I feel like, why are they going to even change or update that? Just leave GTA Online as it is. GTA 5 Online, what is it? Oh, this is old. Oh my god. Can't believe I still press backspace on browsers, because it used to be able to take you back and I would do it all the time. And they changed it and it annoys me. Though latter will undoubtedly be the bigger cash cow. Fuck off with the pop-ups. Yeah, so someone just decides to talk about it like it's funny. What is rock? Reddit's always a fun place to go. A kid I got to play it for Make a Wish. That's funny. What's your dying wish, Jimmy? I want to play Grand Theft Auto 6. Jimmy, you weren't even alive when GTA 5 came out. I don't care. Another article from a day ago. Trailer teased. Now I'm getting distracted. Paul Farrelly. Geekgasm. I should start applying for writing jobs on these sites. There's so many of them. I'm sure I could get a job somewhere. What's that? That looks pretty cool. So they teased the trailer. The anticipation is already reaching a fever pitch. It's nice to get some reassurance. I don't remember there ever hearing anyone announce it's officially coming November 19th. I feel like that would be a huger announcement, but I feel like it's a thing I only just heard the other day, and I was like, shouldn't the official release date be a huger deal? Plus November is the 20 GTA 5 dropped in September. I remember. I think it was September, or actually I think it was now I can't remember if it was September or it was earlier in the year, in April or March. Actually, I think it was September 2013. So I'm not having it in November. So they're putting it right in the middle. Mid-November is when Call of Duty comes out usually. I don't even play it, but I know that. Every year it usually comes around mid-November. But fear not. CEO Take-Two of Interactive has put many fears to rest. It's time to get excited. Strauss Zelnick, speaking interview with Variety, recently put to bed some fan fears and once again has us eager to experience the most anticipated game of the decade. This entire generation for sure. Although we still don't have a confirmed price for the game, still concerning, we do know that the release date is November 19th is still up. Yeah, they're going to start marketing soon. See, that looks pretty damn real. That's from the game, and for a split second, that car looks very real. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, is the graphical upgrade and what the city's going to be like. Because Rockstar makes the most amazing cities with the amount of stuff happening. The only other city that's as good as GTA 5's is Night City and Cyberpunk. But I want to see the graphical upgrade from the last game, plus even just from 2018, because Red Dead 2 2018 still looks incredible. So imagine how better GTA is going to look. And I've always preferred GTA over Red Dead. But more importantly, we learned Zelnick that the marketing campaign is due to start in the summer. Late June officially considered the start of summer by Zelnick himself. So he's just deciding, I guess it's late June, I always forget. Is it late November, May, or late June? The third gameplay trailer feels well overdue, and prediction calendars citing May as the month for new content are now confirmed to be incorrect. Rather than a long wait, however, fans are expecting to be picking through the new details with a fine-tooth comb very soon. With Take-Two Interactive firmly pushing back on delay rumors, it's now safe to say that November 19th, 2026 will be the official launch date. I don't know. I really do want to play it, but like I don't like buying games at launch anymore. And because they haven't given out the price either, so how do we know how much is it going to cost? A lot of people say it's going to be $100 for just the base game. And a lot of people are saying like only Rockstar could get away with that. With the marketing campaign set to get into full swing next month, GTA fans will soon be spoiled with new content to keep them satisfied up until launch. Perhaps even Sony's State of Play set for June will have a sneak peek. Yeah, I don't know. People are talking about Sony's State of Play coming up and then Xbox Showcase as well. But they're like, the only admission from Zelnick's interview really is the pricing and pre-order window for Grand Theft Auto 6. He did confirm that game pricing was not part of their earnings report and marketing announcements are never done through earning calls. So we're still a little dark about the price of Grand Theft Auto 6. And we make a pre-order. With marketing not starting until June, it's safe to assume the price reveal. Yeah, they'll probably have it in the next trailer. It'll be like, and now at the end of the trailer, the price. I think they know that people aren't going to be happy with it when they're intentionally delaying it because they're like, you know what? Yeah, we're Rockstar. We can do it, but people aren't going to be happy about it. And fuck, no. It's going to be... If they actually did have the price at like 100, I can see a lot of people being like, fuck you, I'm not going to buy it at that price. A lot of people are like, I don't care, I'm buying it no matter what. It's going to be a controversy. I just wanted to see if anything, Zelnick said anything in the GTA interview over here in Variety. Oh damn. Rob Bass from the It Takes Two rapper dies at 59. Shit. I love that song. It takes two to make a thing go right. Boom. Boom boom boom. It takes two to make it out of sight. Boom boom boom. That sucks, man. That guy was a legend. He was on one of my first rap mixtapes called Rap Tracks or some shit. Rest in peace, Rob Bass. Damn. Rob Bass, one half of Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock, best known for his hit It Takes Two, has died. He was 59. The rapper celebrated his 59th birthday just 4 days ago, surrounded by family after a prior battle with cancer. Boom. That sucks. Rob's music, energy, and legacy helped build a generation and brought joy to millions around the world. Beyond the stage, he was a loving father, family man, friend, and creative forces whose impact will never be forgotten. Thank you for the music, the memories, and the moments that become the soundtrack to our lives. Ooh, Easy Rock. I never even got to see who DJ Easy Rock was, but he died in 2014 from diabetes. They're instrumental in cross-pollinating hip-hop and house music and bringing him to the mainstream in the 80s with their smash It Takes Two, which reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot Dance Club chart in 1998, followed by Get on the Dance Floor. In the decades since, It Takes Two has become a cultural touchstone, sampled from Everyone by Snoop Dogg to the Black Izzle Pizzles, and used in films including 2009's A Proposal, which I didn't see, so I don't know, in 2010's Iron Man 2. Robert Ginyard. Wait, is that what Rob Bass's real name is? Born on May 18, 1967, met Easy Rock in the 5th grade while growing up in Harlem. They were inspired to form a duo as teenagers after seeing a local group, Crash Crew. They managed to release a record, prompting Bass to buy a microphone and Easy Rock to get a mixer and turntables. After their songs DJ interview and Make It Hot picked up local buzz, they crafted the demo of It Takes Two in about 2 nights. Bass followed with his sole studio album to date, The Incredible Bass, in November 1989, and reunited with Easy Rock for 1994's Break of Dawn, though the album failed to make an impact. Rest in peace, Rob Bass. Damn. Am I connected to my, yeah, I am. Oops. Legend. Yeah. That's a bummer. I didn't mean, anywho, what was Strauss? I was looking at something about, I don't think he's going to say anything that we didn't already know. With regards to the numerous GTA 6 rumors that have been going around in recent weeks regarding pre-orders open for the game, pricing, and even the potential for the game to be late again, Zelnick said, I think reiterating November 19th launch day is probably a positive. I think you've been really clear that we're releasing the title on November 19th. So he's saying, shut the F up. It's coming out in November. Get over it. Take-Two reported its latest quarterly earning results Thursday, which includes full-year guidance for its new fiscal year. Without having a public price for GTA 6 yet, how is Take-Two able to provide a projection of between 8 and 8.2 billion? Because it's GTA and they can make 8 billion in the first week. So whenever you put together a guidance, obviously based on our expectations regarding our pipeline, release schedule, and pricing, and sometimes our expectations cannot be realized to the fullness of our time. He's saying a lot of stuff that I can't wrap my head around. He's saying like a lot of CEO shit. I was gonna say bookings. See, I don't know what that means. Along with the release of GTA 6, Take-Two is releasing September 2K's. Yeah, the 2K basketball games are really good. I have one of them, and it's a pretty awesome game. There's so much in it to do. It's like overwhelming. January-March quarter, Take-Two's forecast was net revenue. So what is all the latest articles? We already just talked about that. Like they're just making like multiple articles based on that one interview from Variety. Jesus, man. Why? So many idiots drive right by my window on their stupid ass bikes. I don't know if you heard that or not. Some dick lick ripping at his tires like it's cool or something. So what is this? GTA 6 release timing praised. At this point, GTA 6 has become a lightning rod for reactions, especially around leaks. One of the biggest media releases of all time is mere months away, and we only have one substantial trailer to point at the moment. I'm actually getting like tired of hearing the same song in the background. I want to change it. I need something that's longer, so when it loops. But I don't want to use anything that's like licensed. I'm not even sure what happens if I would play licensed music. I just wanted to hear something different. Folks have been waiting with bated breath for a trailer to no avail. However, Take-Two, the owner of Rockstar, held an earnings call and gave us an update on GTA 6. Fans have also been waiting for this one, and it's one of the few games that warrants that sort of scrutiny. Not every game has millions of people interested in earnings calls, and it's become a badge of honor for the publisher in recent months. Thanks to a new official update from Take-Two on the release of GTA 6, fans have been taking to social media. While some pundits expected a delay announcement of some sort, Take-Two CEO has been adamant. Some fans are saying that the game still isn't in the woods yet. One more delay coming. Wow, who are these people saying that the final date will be somewhere in May? So like a year from now? What are you basing that on? Naturally, folks are happy. I'm not naive to believe another delay is possible. Who are these folks? That's what I'm saying. Is this more Reddit stuff? I don't know. Another note. Same. I just think it's most likely not getting delayed. They've been very committed to this date. I don't know how loud that stuff is on. I keep checking to see like how loud the outside noise is. Yeah, you already know about the fact that it's doing that this summer. They changed the way you could search. It used to be way deeper. Yeah, you could turn off the non-AI response if you want. I'm over here on Gaming Bible. They're saying pre-orders delayed, but it's in quotes. There's just another article about that, but they weren't delayed because they weren't real. You can't delay an actual real date that never really happened. So yeah, the first week of June is when everything is going to be happening. You got State of Play, which I don't care about, though I heard there might be a look at Wolverine. And even though I don't have a PlayStation, I want to see what Wolverine looks like. You got the State of Play June 2nd, Summer Game Fest June 5th, and Xbox Showcase. Okay, now it makes me want to look at like what all those games are going to be at those shows. I'm just going to keep going until I feel like stopping. Instead of my like stopping at 2:30 on the nose, now I just kind of feel like going until I feel like stopping. Because why not? It's not like one person who's actually real in the chat cares. If you're here and you're listening and you're real, say what's up. Excuse me. So yeah, it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna got the Xbox showcase, which is I'm looking forward to. Obviously, I'm an Xbox centric. I'm an Xbox. I don't know, whatever you want to call me. State of Play June 2nd. I'm just gonna Google each one of these to see what comes up for news. Like, I don't know what every game that's coming is going to be at. So those are going to show exactly what games they're playing. This is from actual Xbox site themselves. So yeah, they're going to have a Gears of E-Day Direct. So that's pretty sweet for people who are big Gears fans. That's not me, but... I'll do a live stream of this, I guess, when it comes out, even though no one will be watching that. I'll just do a live stream with someone else's live stream. I don't know if it's showing the titles. We'll begin the day with our annual Xbox game showcase, including first gameplay looks and huge titles from our first-party studios across the Xbox family. As well as our third-party partners from around the globe, from the biggest franchises to soon-to-be indie darlings. Immediately following the showcase, we'll get even deeper on one of the games coming this year, Gears of War E-Day. Yeah, they're doing an Xbox 25th anniversary, so there's going to be some stuff for that. We're excited to bring back FanFest. I think mine's going to be at like 11 or 10. June 7th, 10 a.m. Pretty sure for me it's 11 a.m. or whatever. It's on a Sunday, right? It's the same day that the Iron Lords had their show. They're like one of the best streamers out there. So that means they'll be definitely looking at it. It's the same day as their show is anyways. What games are going to be at the Xbox showcase? Can I look that up? What games will be at the show besides, other than the whatever, but like,
excited about the game, and
oops. It's like Matt Booty interview. But what games are going to be there? Well, yeah, Fable is what I want to see. That's what I want to see the most, is what Fable's up to. I was also looking for this, what Summer Game Fest is going to have. Because obviously I'm going to pay attention to that, whatever's new. Chronological order, June 2nd, State of Play. Women-led game showcase, June 4th, 5th. Accessibility Summer Showcase, Summer Game Fest itself, Friday, June, which is just E3. Keighley just took over in place of E3. Day of the Devs, SGF Digital Showcase, June 5th. IGN Live. Well, IGN Live are just kind of like always live during the entire thing, so I don't know why that's an event. Southeast Asian Game Showcase, Saturday. Wholesome Direct, Saturday. Fellow Traveler Storybridge Showcase, Green Games Showcase, Future Games Summer Showcase, of course Xbox Showcase. What do they say about it? Probably not any much more. Nothing. No one's got the game list. I thought they'd know more about what the games are playing, like it wasn't a secret. Other than like, there's probably got one or two secrets, but most people know what's already going to be there, but why can't they just list it out? Like, yes, I guess none of these are going to say anything, but I mean, I don't care about PlayStation, but I just want to see what Marvel's Wolverine looks like. Because Insomniac Spider-Man games are great, but it's still not going to get me to buy a PlayStation or anything, but what's the women-led game showcase? Is this basically what it sounds like, I guess? Focus on games developed by studios or apparently are solely staffed by women. Showcasing a billion things developed by artists and blah 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 blah. Alright, games, not tragedies. That was the name of a game? Interesting. What would a game like that look like? Alright, games, not tragedies. Is that what they're saying? These are the names of games. Steam, it's got an 8 out of 10 rating on Steam. An emo-inspired narrative rhythm. That sounds so fun. The accessibility showcase on Twitch and YouTube. What does that link to when I go to Laura K. Buzz? Who's that? I don't know. Wait, what is she? Number one critic of what? Number one critic of video game butts. Okay. Good for you. Who has the nicest butt? The Accessibility Showcase returns for 2026, putting a spotlight on games crafted by... Oh, I thought it was like people, games made specifically. So it's crafted by... So that's pretty cool. Showcasing various settings, yeah. So that's cool. Showcase Christian Donlan's favorite part of Summer Games. Who's Christian Donlan? With it being a delight to talk to developers, is that someone who works at Eurogamer.net? Always known as the main event, Summer Game Fest showcase 2 hours long will feature a large range of upcoming games across platform. There'll also be updates on some release games and live services too, and of course a moment for Kojima to come out and for Keighley to lick his balls for about 10 minutes. Cause Kojima always has to be there. He just shows up. It's all dramatic. Keighley sucks his balls for it a little bit and then he leaves. Keighley's definitely licked Kojima's crack at least once. As someone who's written roundups for this event before, I highly recommend a nice drink. Exactly what's being showcased still remains a mystery, but I'm sure Jeff will be dropping some hints soon. Yeah, is he going to show a picture of a tree in the desert again? 'Cause people were confused about that. Day of the Devs, Friday, June 5th. A digital showcase is typically always followed the opening event. So you can expect to tune in via the Game Awards, Twitch, and YouTube channels after the conclusion of the main event. No need to change streams! Exclamation point. Why are they yelling at me? The times listed above are based on this, and many differ slightly depending on how long the opening showcase runs for. Period. Day of the Dev is a fully independent non-profit organization, and its associated showcase highlights indie titles and weren't too certain on what will be shown. There's usually something interesting for everyone among the mixer. Last year's Day of the Devs SGF Digital Showcase featured a look at indies such as Rock Beast, Lucid Falls, Virtue, and a Sledgehammer. Oh, Virtue and a Sledgehammer. That's the name of a game. Demon Tides, Mirror Dogpile, and many more weird rental games. This is just kind of a continuing thing. IGN Live, plus why they're only... I'm surprised they're not starting until Saturday. Like, usually they go the whole weekends. I used to love watching anyone's live on YouTube. I just turn it on, whether it was IGN or whoever, and just let it go. When they were on E3, it was the same thing. They just go live all day long. So, Southeast Asian Games Showcase. As the name suggests, this showcase celebrates games made in Southeast Asia. You've already been given insight into which games will be shown. I Am Nima, Building Relationships. That sounds like a really fun game. Montabi, No Straight Roads 2. TCG Card Shop Simulator. But there's sure to be more! Exclamation point. Give this showcase a watch if you're looking for a new indie game to enjoy. Okay. I'll say I've been on for over 2 hours by now. But whatever. Based on the leaks, rumors, and industry expectations, the following games are anticipated: Intergalactic, Marvel Token, Fighting Souls, a new game from Team Doom featuring Marvel characters. What Team Doom? It's not Doom, Doom. It's like another Doom. Kenna Scars of Whatever, a sequel to or major DLC to the beloved action adventure. God of War Remake or Faye. Rumors suggest a new God of War entry, possible a remake or a new installment centered on Faye. Control Resonant. A follow-up to Remedy's Control, potentially a collaboration with Sony. Phantom Blade Zero. A confirmed update is expected to end before the end of 2026, making a June reveal likely. Soros DLC. A well-received indie title may receive new content. Though unconfirmed, Square Enix's close partnership with Sony makes this a strong possibility. Marathon Season 2, that game's still on, could receive a trailer. Considered a wild card. While unlikely, a surprise trailer cannot be. Yeah, some people think they might drop a trailer. I don't know. I don't see it happening. It's possible, but Rockstar does whatever they want. I'm just gonna ask this again for the Xbox showcase on the June 7th. I can get the same answer for like what they could have based on rumors. Other than E-Day, which we already knew, got the fabled Playground Games reboot of the beloved series expected to showcase new gameplay. That's my most anticipated. Halo Campaign Evolved, a remake of the original Halo, which they have already done, so I don't know why they're doing it again. Likely to feature updated visuals and modernized mechanics. Minecraft Dungeons 2, sequel to the popular dungeon crawler, will make an appearance with new co-op gameplay and content. Following this release just a week or so ago, they're probably going to announce new modes, locations, and vehicles for Forza Horizon 6. Though, I don't know. I wouldn't say that. This is just based on the information collected, but it just came out so recently. I don't even see why they would update it already, but maybe. Call of Duty 2026, likely the next Modern Warfare or Black Ops, published by Activision. Elder Scrolls 6, not confirmed, but I would love to see something about that. State of Decay 3, expected to return new survival mechanics and co-op features. ID at Xbox indie titles, games like Vapor World, Over the Mind, Mistfall Hunter, and Speedrunners 2. What other games are featured at June 5th Summer Game Fest? Confirmed titles or highly anticipated titles: Exodus, Archetype, Entertainment Sci-Fi RPG, confirmed for an extended gameplay reveal during the Future Game Show, part of the SGF weekend. Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival, confirmed for the Future Games Show, signaling. Oh shit, the voice is getting tired. While its dedicated direct follows the Xbox showcase in June 7th, it is a central pillar at the SGF weekend events. Grounded 2 SGF Play Days. Animo, a creature collector RPG, confirmed for Play Days and Future Game Show. Halloween the Game, confirmed for Future Games Show. The Pines and War Dogs, never heard of that one. Rumored expected appearances: Marvel's Wolverine, Death Stranding 2, Phantom Blade 0, Borderlands 4. I thought Borderlands 4 was already out. What are you talking about? You're right, the wild card again. GTA 6. I'm just checking the weather constantly. There's not much else there to talk about for that. You got Summer Game Fest happening starting. I don't know, is the State of Play part of that, or is it just happening? Because Game Fest doesn't officially start till the 5th, so I don't know. Wholesome Direct. Wholesome Direct is a unique showcase that shines a light on uplifting, cozy games, specifically curated for those who appreciate joyful, thoughtful, and hopeful games crafted with compassion and care. These are arguably something we all need at some point or another. For an overview of exactly what's showing off, take a look at Matt's roundup. Wholesome Direct, that's a new one. But hey, why not? It's a cute idea. What's Fellow Travelers though? I don't know what that is. Is it just... Hey, if you're a fan of excellent games with excellent narratives, then you'll want to tune into the Fellow Traveler Story Showcase. What's Fellow Traveler? I don't know what that is. Indie game label exploring the possibility of space of what narrative games can do. Okay. Rusty Lake, makers of Servant of the Lake. These guys made some weird shit. Green Games Showcase. If you're looking for new games which focus on nature and the world we live in, then the Green Game Showcase is for you. Hosted by Angeli Bahimi, voice of Sumatra and Overwatch and Rampart Apex Legends, this showcase will focus on PC games which focus upon environmental and sustainability themes. A host of studios and publishers will be appearing in the showcase, including Team 17, Fellow Traveler, Funcom, Nice Peaks, and more. If they're going to be showing Exodus and The Expanse, that would be cool, because that one looks cool too, even though it looks a lot like Starfield. Future Games Show returns Saturday, June 6th, where you'll be able to watch it via numerous platforms such as YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Facebook, and X. Future Game Show packs dozens of games into its runtime for you to consider wishlisting, with last year's event giving us a good look at games such as The Expanse, Waifu Tactical Force, Scum. I guess Scum stands for something other than just the word. Hell is Us, Directive 8020, Kern, Return of the Elder Gods, and many more. Summer's on the way, so are 3 big shows. Future Game Show, FGS, PC Gaming Show. The Xbox Showcase, followed immediately by the Gears of War Direct. As tradition, the first half of the showcase will focus upon third-party and first games. At the time of this writing, there's no news about exactly what games, other than the ones we just looked up that are rumored to be there. At the end of the showcase, the gears will be immediately shifted, pun intended, to the Gears of War E-Day Direct. You don't even need to change the channel. As the name suggests, the showcase will offer an insight to the upcoming Gears of War E-Day. I don't think anyone's watching. Probably not. Showcasing the beginning of Emergence Day and other gameplay aspects, these dedicated June showcases have always provided a great look at their upcoming title. So, if you're a Gears of War fan, this is one to put in your diary. 2 shows back to back, one epic day of games. Can I look at pictures even if I'm not logged into it? I wonder if I should try to do a live stream for whatever I can. Well, I wouldn't be able to until Saturday. I'm sure lots of other people will be doing streams of all of that stuff. Basically, every channel I follow will be doing a live stream, and I'll be like, which one do I watch? PC gaming show. The clue is in the name with this summer showcase, which puts the spotlight on PC games. While we don't know what will be appearing at the future game summer showcase just yet, PC Gamer has revealed that over 50 PC games will be shown, like in one show. This also includes closer looks at games already announced. So yeah, PC Gamer talking about the PC Gaming Show. Who actually runs? So yeah, PC Gamer is running. This is their actual like show. But is this their show too? Yeah, it's saying it right there. We're bringing the heat.
With yet another GTA 6 delay. In fact, Take-Two is more confident in Rockstar's next game than ever.
Tune in June 12th. This summer we're bringing the heat with over 50 games. You can expect a mix of war premieres such as Redacted, Confidential, and Top Secret. A closer look, we're already announced games, DLC news, maybe even a shadow drop. We're also packing the show with our signature mini documentaries, so you can get behind the scenes look at some of the most highly anticipated games of the year. Don't say we don't spoil you. Wait, it just says what that there are. I'm not gonna say what they are. I thought I was gonna say all the games. 50 games, I guess it's a secret. I don't know. I wonder how different the PC's like, because I'm sure there'll be games announced that won't ever be on a console, or games that'll be on both. Why are they talking about Borderlands art style? That's old news. No one cares about what Nintendo's doing. This is Ubisoft one. 2026 is the 40th anniversary for Ubisoft, which I didn't know that. It doesn't look like there's a Ford summer case in the cars this year. I don't know. Ubisoft has been always such a rocky, like up and down. Are they gonna last? The fact there was no last year or so. We are due to look at various Assassin's Creed projects. Black Flag reflagged, resynced. People are really excited for that one, but I never played Black Flag, but people seem to really like that one. Or maybe I'll play it one day. If it's in Game Pass, I'd play it. I'm not gonna buy it. What's the weather today? Keeps looking like it might rain any second, or maybe not at all. Weather is garbaggio. Back to looking at some more GTA 6. You're trying to say that there was something on GTA price appears on PlayStation Store. That's bullshit. It's gonna be another like didn't even happen at all. So this is already what? Well, more recent leaks suggest the standard 69. What? Sweet. Yeah, this is some kind of mistake. So the price got leaked. But yeah, obviously that's not going to be the price. It'd be nice. Let's still make a gazillion dollars. Luca Girl officially releases July 2026 for what? Fallout 76 or something? The future of Fallout franchise looks very bright. Fallout 5 officially confirmed to be in development, despite Fallout 5's release being way off. Suspected no launch sooner than 2030. Next mainline entry has players excited. Speculation over the game's setting main characters more have been keeping busy for now. I can't talk anymore. I get like mumble mouth after a while. However, there's a stunning new Fallout launch coming up this summer that fans of the franchise will definitely want to mark on their calendars. With the what does that mean though? Nuka Girl what? Is it coming to Fallout 76 or it's a statue or something? Fallout is getting an official re-release of the hugely popular Gaming Heads collectible Nuka statue. So that's coming out again. Is that what it is? People want that? I'm like, okay. Wow, $550. You would actually buy that? I wouldn't. I'll never get. That's a lot of money for a statue. If I was gonna get something from Fallout, it'd be something more Fallout, like the armor. With the Hyper Fallout franchise at an all-time high, it's not a huge surprise Gaming Heads would really release their popular collectible studio statues. With the fandom expanding every day, hardcore fans have plenty of merch and gear available to fill several vaults worth of collections, including the first ever official, fully functional Pip-Boy 3000 replica. That's a new thing. How much is that gonna cost? 300? What does that mean though? Fully fungible, wearable, supremely accurate, and exhibition grade. The first ever fully functional, supremely accurate, wearable, one-to-one replica of the Pip-Boy 3000. People are gonna grab a lot of that just for the cosplay, for sure. I want a video of it. Yeah, but what else do you do with it besides the fact that it just looks really good? Does it have any other function though? Other than just looking just like the show or the games, it's like, wouldn't it be cool if it actually did something though? Like it was a phone as well. Do you put your phone inside of it? This almost looks like this opens up. Well, yeah, it does, you idiot. It opens up so you can put your hand in it. Duh. You stupid fucking asshole. Just kidding. Oh, it comes in a big old case. I'd love something like that just because, like, I love Fallout that much. I'd get that over a statue, but I'm not gonna actually wear it unless I'm actually doing some cosplay. It'd be funny just to walk around with it like it's like a normal. That'd be funny. Just like Walk around with it all day long. Look at my new watch. What do you guys think? Do you guys like my new watch? It's cool. Watch this. I'm gonna stim pack myself. Fallout anniversary release for Nintendo Switch. What does that include? Fallout 4. Well, it's already been out for 10 years. Fallout 4. Yeah, leave it. It's like, damn. 10 years later, they finally get a game that everybody has on a shit-ass system. If I type in Fallout, what do I show up on here? Fallout 4. But like an hour ago, there's an article about Fallout 4. Horizon proves there's life in this game yet. Fallout 4 is still the most recent game. Why don't they acknowledge 76? It's Fallout. It's still the most recent game. Despite releasing over a decade ago, it's seemingly going to stay that way for a while. Bethesda is focused on the Elder Scrolls 6 right now, and even if there is some overlap, we won't see another Fallout before 2030. With that in mind, we get our kicks from older games, and Fallout 4 is probably the most promising port call. Fallout 4 Horizon feels like wait, is it Fallout 4 Horizon? See, that's confusing because for some reason I was thinking, does it mean the new Forza Horizon game was somehow influenced? Or is it just another mod thing? Yeah, this is just mod stuff. I'm not into the modding scene. That ain't my thing. Well, it has a PlayStation 2 RPG no one remembers. Brothers of Steel, yeah. I didn't play that. One thing I don't get is I really wish they'd release like a bundle of the first few Fallout games before Bethesda took over. Like the first two and then even this. I never played Brothers of Steel, but there's also, yeah, first two, Brothers of Steel and Fallout Tactics. So that's like 4 games you could easily play on console that are just only available on PC. So they're available, but a bundle for all of it just to play on console, I would love that. Fallout 5 announcement splits gamers, and we get it. Bethesda Entertainment is a brilliant developer, and the fact that everyone spends so much time being annoyed at them is probably a testament to the fact. You have two of the most legendary IPs in RPG gaming under their stewardship. That said, recent years have undoubtedly been disappointing, with everything staying quiet on the game release front in both of their major franchises. We know at the very least that they are heavily focused on the Elder Scrolls 6, meaning that Fallout 5 is a long way away, and things are finally starting to become too much for some. You might remember the recent official announcement that Fallout 5 has been officially greenlit by Bethesda's parent company, Micro Hard. Just kidding. My throat's getting sore. Been talking so much. Alright, that's almost 2.5 hours. I'm gonna wrap this puppy up. Tgan Live.